Let's get nuts, everybody! What's happening? How we doing? Good? Hopefully. Let's see. Should be good. Hold on a sec. I'll make sure. Let's turn. Yeah. There we go. Let's make sure that's not too loud. I think everybody was saying that sometimes it's a little too loud. Anyways, guys, welcome to Film Junkie Live on your Monday. It is August 5th. Good to see everybody. Make sure you hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Do all that. We're going to be talking a lot of Deadpool Wolverine. That, behind the scenes craziness, all the images and everything that's being talked about. We got some Ayer cut stuff, David Ayer, and of course, how many years has it been for since Suicide Squad? You know, it's been 8 years. So we've got that box office report, and then we're going to talk some Rebel Moon director's cuts. So hopefully you guys are doing good. How we doing out there? We got Mr. Eric right here. You know, Ryan Reynolds is so big on that one simple rule of give the people what they want. At this point, he should be the one running our favorite franchises. No. Why? No, he doesn't need to be running franchises. He's a creator. He wants to star in it. He wants to do all that. That's like the same thing when people wanted Zack to be running DC Studios. It's like, no. You gotta let the creators be the creators. I don't know. He should be suggesting, sure, but I wouldn't say he has to be running the franchises. Then we got Mama Film Junkie right here, and Mama Film Junkie's birthday is tomorrow, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Mama Film Junkie. Happy birthday to you. Cheers. I had a little bit of wine right here. Yeah, it's Monday, so I was like, I'll pour some wine. But yes, Mama Film Junkie's B-Day is tomorrow. And she's getting cozied up in her new place that she just moved into. So, yeah, wish her a happy birthday, everybody. And we got Mr. Axel right here. Good to see you, bud. All right. And then Jason McKenzie. Oh, I got a little bit of wine left. Cheers to you, sir. Helping out that pirate ship. Ahoy, ahoy. Always great to see you out there, buddy. All right. And we got Mr. Fear Jason right here. And we got Scott McClellan also here. Y'all need to watch Happy, Sad, Confused with Shawn Levy. Okay. I'll have to check that out because, we have like an interview with him with Variety. But I know he's been making the rounds talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, which I love that. I love the fact when you have a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine, there's so much to talk about after the fact. And it's just kind of cool that they're doing a lot of that. Who else we got? We got Andrew. What's going on? It was great speaking to you on Saturday. Yeah, it was great speaking to you on Saturday, too. Talked to a few fans out there. It was great. So it was good talking to you, Andrew. Good to see you there. We got Naval right here. What is happening? We got Abel. What's up? We got RJ. What's happening, sir? We got Music Man. We got Taladia Plays. And the Giants just won right now, so that's good. In a good mood for this Monday. Let's see, Chris Balga, what's going on? I have about 2 hours left in Rebel Moon Part 1 Director's Cut, and these action sequences are so much better. I will catch a stream and reply because got to finish and get ready for the vodka stream. There we go. And then we got Valentine right here. Do you think Channing Tatum will get a Gambit solo movie? I don't know if they'll actually give him a solo movie, but I hope he does appear again. But I said, I said hashtag release or make, not release. It's easier to just go right to release, but hashtag make the Chanbit movie. The Chanbit. Let's call it Chanbit, or at least bring Chanbit back. I don't know. I'm all about Chanbit right there, man. Let's have some more of him. Let's have some more. We got Stephanie T. What's happening? Always great to see ya. We got Tet. Tet is here. What else we got? Everybody wishing Mama Film Junkie a happy birthday. Azteca, Deadpool and Wolverine is 7 out of 10 for me. That's good. That's not a bad score. Seems like people, What's going on, Trav Man Entertainment from Vegas? He made it back. Trav, talked to him also on Saturday. If you were following him on Vero, man, he had a great jacket. He had a great jacket with a bunch of patches on it that were pretty cool. But yeah, I got to have a conversation with Trav right there, so it was great talking to him as well. So long, X-Men. That was a good run. It definitely was. The Gimp bit from yeah, didn't think about that. That was pretty funny. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I think like when you're going to be talking about Channing Tatum, he's like probably the king of cameos, right? Guy just shows up in random movies, especially, you know, ones with Ryan Reynolds. But yeah. But you know, again, we have to remember that a cameo is mainly just like a quick little thing most of the time. I would say that his role in Deadpool Wolverine is not really a cameo because he's there for an entire scene and then for another scene. So, I mean, he was there for 2 good scenes where he wasn't just, you know, I say that if you're there for more than one scene, that's more than a cameo. That's more than a cameo. He actually had a role in there. Where, you know, where he got introduced and then they all discussed and then of course he kicked ass. He kicked ass when it came to all that. Crap, I forgot to change the background. Hold on. I just saw that. I was like, wait, that's the background from last week. All right, hold on a sec. Every time I think I have everything dialed in, I'm going, nope, forgot the background. Oh, come on. Where is it? I hate this thing. Oh. That's why. But yeah, I would say that when it comes to a cameo, there's a little bit more. Man, I hate how this... there it is. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. Put it out there. Now we could see Wesley Snipes' face right there. Henry Cavill over here. Hugh Jackman right there. And, of course, Miss Jennifer Gardner right there. So, hey, that actually works with the framing of everything, so that works. All right, cool. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's going on? UNTLD. Good to see you. And, yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a Film Junkie. Yeah, my Film Junkie Matrix-style shirt. Yeah, like I said, one of the new designs, you know, in the closet. If you want to get one, or the Jurassic Park version. Got some shirts out there. So, anyways. All right, so... let's go ahead and start diving into things. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Obviously, you guys know what I did on Saturday. I went to, of course, the screenings for Rebel Moon, Director's Cuts. And I'll talk about that because we're going to be talking about reactions and, you know, things when it comes to the Rebel Moon Director's Cut. So I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to that segment of the show. But overall... pretty great weekend, busy weekend. Like I said, Mama Film Junkie, she just moved into her new place, so went over there to check it out. It was the first time going to the new place, and it's a much more spacious place. And then I had to like get back into my cable guy mindset because her internet wasn't working, and she has like cable internet, and I had to do my own little like troubleshooting thing and got her dialed in and got it going and everything, and that was great. So, yep. And, yeah. So that was pretty much my weekend, and it's hot as hell in Southern California. It's humid and hot. It's like, what, 100 and something? Is it still 100-something degrees? No, it's only 96. Only 96 right now. So, jeez. I tell you what. All right. All right, so... all right, let's get to the tweets. So the first thing we'll talk about right now, I mean, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, Deadpool and Wolverine, but I really love this right here. Again, Ryan Reynolds it's just a marketing machine. And I'm telling you, I mean, if he wasn't just like an actor and like starring in movies, he would be just leading some kind of, I mean, he is essentially leading like a marketing team and everything. But, this tweet right here made a lot of people laugh because, again, so Jamie Lee Curtis basically in an interview kind of took a little jab at Marvel Studios, or like when somebody asked about the state of what's happening, and she basically said it's bad, and then she decided to go, I'm getting backlash. I can't have this, so she had to like pull back on it, and she posted this tweet right here. So here's the tweet that she kept very private. She said, "My comments about Marvel were stupid and I will do better. I've reached out to Kevin Feige and will no longer play in that mud of slinging sandbox of competition we call the internet, nor will I engage in the toilet paper promotion or gameplay that is designed for clicks, not content or conversation." And then Ryan Reynolds posted right here, "Wait, is everyone expected to apologize for slamming Marvel post-Endgame? Zing!" What's wrong? Oops, shit. Got the opening still on. Yeah. It's just kind of crazy. Like, even Jamie Lee Curtis, who, you know what? I mean, she's been in the game for so long and everything like that. And still, like, she had to, like, come out and apologize because obviously angry fanboys were just totally ravaging her pages and stuff like that. She should have said, like, fuck you, fanboys. Fuck off. Whatever. But, of course, not going to do that, especially when she has a movie coming out this week. So I'm sure, like, there was, like, again, this is what's great about The Boys. You actually you can already kind of go like, oh, yeah, there is somebody that told her, oh, it was a whole thing probably. But I love that Ryan Reynolds was like, what are you talking about? We have a whole movie that we were shitting on Marvel. We were shitting on Marvel and DC throughout. And it's a Marvel Studios movie. It's like, relax. It's okay. It's okay. I thought that was great. And then anybody who wants the new Superman shirt, I still got to get it. I still got to pick mine up. I'm hoping they actually show up at Hot Topic because I have a Hot Topic in the mall that I go to over here. I'd rather go just grab it real quick as opposed to ordering it. But yeah, you can actually order it on Hot Topic. These shirts are going, they're being sold like crazy. They're selling out in the DC shop. And yeah, now you can order it on Hot Topic, or hopefully they'll be in Hot Topic, but they probably won't be for a bit. I don't know. Seems like a little too early for them to be having those Superman shirts, but maybe. I don't know. Next time I go over to my mall, I'll check and see if they have it, but I need to check it out. But we also have this right here. We have our first little sneak peek at Mortal Kombat 2. That's right, Mortal Kombat 2. That's coming out, and many who know, of course, this character will recognize the weapon that she does use, and that is, of course, Adeline Rudolph, who's playing Kitana, posted this right here, and I will say, is this real? Is that really her holding on to it? Because the image looks AI, fake. I don't know what the hell. Like, I thought, all right, cool, but then I started really looking at it, and I'm going, is her arm real? I don't know exactly it looks like. Is that a shot from the video game? What's going on? I don't know. But hey, whatever. It's Kitana, and that's what her fans are gonna use. I guess that's something. I don't know. I just looking at it more, I'm going, her body doesn't look like it's actually there. Maybe she photoshopped the body out there and blurred the background. I don't know. Maybe that's why it looks a little funky. Who knows? I don't have high hopes for Mortal Kombat 2, guys. I don't. I really don't. Okay? As much as I love Carl Urban, him as Johnny Cage, didn't think that was a good casting choice. But I'll go ahead and still watch it. But yeah, I don't have high hopes for Mortal Kombat 2. I really don't. But hey, what can he do? Okay, we'll talk about that. Hey, Aaron Taylor Johnson no longer looks like this and now looks like this. It's like two different people right here. That's right. That means there's no more Craven reshoots that are happening? No. Well, obviously, this look right here was for 28 years later. He's in, of course, that movie, so. But yeah, he's now fully clean shaven and not looking like a porno movie director in the 70s. So yeah, he's no longer looking like that and fully clean shaven. I wonder what he's going to be doing next. But yes, looking pretty good. Looking pretty sharp. Let's see what else we got here. Uh-oh, boys and girls. Oh, boy. So we got Zack Snyder, of course, making the rounds. He was making the rounds, doing some press, doing some interviews, and talking about, obviously, Rebel Moon and the director's cuts. But naturally, he was going to be asked about where the superhero genre, specifically DC and James Gunn and Superman, what is happening? What are your thoughts of the things that you have seen right now? And he was asked about Superman. His thoughts specifically about the Superman suit. Hollywood handle right here. I'm gonna say that let's see it in the movie. I'm interested to see how it works, as a piece of storytelling. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Now, naturally, when it comes to fanboys and girls out there who are, Gunn fans, Snyder fans, what do they do best? Well, they'll see some quotes or they'll see something like that, and then they'll rearrange it or cater it to feed their narratives. So naturally, when you have Gunn fans, they were saying stuff like, oh, wow, the cult is not going to like this, talking about the Snyder cult. And then, of course, you have Snyder fans that are saying that he's secretly shitting on the Superman suit. And both sides are, I just wish, hey, just stop. Stop it. Stop pitting these two together. You don't need to do that. You really don't need to do that because when it comes to that, he's basically, when it comes to him saying, hey, wait to see the movie, yeah, that's kind of where a lot of us are at. Yeah, he probably looked at it and went, yeah, it doesn't look that great, but you never know. Could look better on the big screen because guess what? Zack is a filmmaker and he knows that sometimes when you see stuff like that, when you see it just like, yeah, it looks like this, it's not going to look as good as it does on the big screen. I always love it when, and I've seen this happen before because the more diehard Snyder fans, they always try to do that thing where they kind of cater his quotes to fit their narratives. And I'm like, okay, Zack is like the nicest guy in the world. Why are you trying to make him sound like an asshole? Don't make him sound like an asshole. He's not an asshole, and he's not going to be shitting on something. He's not secretly shitting on something. He's just kind of going like, yeah, this is my thoughts. I'm excited to see what happens, to see what it looks like on the big screen. Look at it like that, because he's not taking a side or anything like that. It's a totally different thing. But I saw a lot of that going back and forth on Twitter, and I'm just kind of going, Jesus Christ. And then, of course, you have the other people who are saying, like, oh, yeah, look at that. In your face, cultist and whatever the hell. And I'm like, don't do that either. He's not doing that either. He's not, like, pushing back on fans. But that wasn't the only thing that he actually talked about, too, when it came to some of these interviews. He also talked about this in the same interview. And a lot of the diehards out there probably didn't like this one. I didn't see too much response to this because, I can understand why. Zack Snyder has no animosity towards Warner Brothers. I love Warner Brothers, honestly, as a studio. I love the logo. I love the pedigree. I spent 10 years there, so I have a great affection for the place. Of course he does. And he's going to be working with them again for sure. Well, if that 300 prequel series comes about, he's going to be working with them again for sure. And obviously, when it came to the previous regime, yeah, fuck those people. And they're all essentially gone except for Peter Safran. But, for the most part, they are all gone. Now, obviously got Zazzy Pants that is running the show right there. And he's not doing the best job. Definitely not doing the best job. But we got to remember that they allowed him to do Full Circle last year and play, of course, his trilogy of DC movies for his fans and allowed Zack Snyder's Justice League to be shown in an IMAX theater. And then, of course, this past week, same thing, allowed him to, of course, play those movies, screen those movies at the Egyptian. So obviously he doesn't have that. And yeah, he's going to be working with them again. I mean, I get it that there's people that still are holding to Warner Brothers. Yeah, sure. But again, it's not the same regime. So it does make sense. So we can relax. It's fine. Don't get too upset about it, please. But yeah. So he had those words to say about Superman suit and Warner Brothers. And he's going to be working with them again, for sure. And then this is kind of sad news in the music world. But yeah, did you guys see this? Aerosmith is now retiring. That's right. Did you guys see that Aerosmith is retiring? Yes. Aerosmith has been forced to retire from performing after it became clear lead singer Steven Tyler didn't make a full recovery when it came to his vocal injuries. So they released a statement, and yeah, Steven Tyler just can't do it anymore because he suffered a vocal injury. He had surgery. They were trying, and it's just not working. I mean, the dude's like, what, in his 70s now? It was like kind of one of those things where you went like, who's going to retire first, the Rolling Stones or Aerosmith? Just seems like those two, and then you got the Who that are behind. And I think the Who doesn't really do much anymore. But it was always like Rolling Stones and Aerosmith. It was like, which one's going to retire first? And it's crazy because Mick Jagger is still at 80 years old or whatever the hell he is, still freaking dancing up on stage and doing like his moves on stage. Now, naturally, like when it comes to him singing, doesn't quite have the strain to the vocal cords as much as Steven Tyler, let's face it. So it does make sense, but yeah. But, good on them for just being like, hey, time to throw in the towel. I'm sure the other band members are probably still going to be doing music for sure. So, but yeah, good on them for, throwing in the towel because, it just happens, just freaking happens. It was only a matter of time. All right, so what's happening with the Chris Hemsworth Hulk Hogan movie? Is that actually going to be a thing still, or what's happening with that? Is that he's supposed to be playing Hulk Hogan for Netflix, and it seemed like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. I could see that being, a thing. Interesting. But now there's apparently another Hulk Hogan movie in the works, and guess who's going to be playing Hulk Hogan? Ben Affleck will reportedly star as Hulk Hogan in a new film called Gawker. The film will likely follow the lawsuit between Hulk Hogan and the website Gawker after they published a sex tape video with Hogan and who wasn't aware that it was being filmed. I want to see this more than I want to see the Chris Hemsworth version. What the hell? This doesn't even seem real. Is this real? Is this real life? What's happening here? Like, obviously, the Chris Hemsworth one would be all about, like, his whole life in wrestling and everything like that. This is about specifically one event that happened within Hulk Hogan's life. But I'm going, Ben Affleck? So you're going to have Batman and Thor playing Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan's got to be feeling pretty good right now. That's just insane. That's insane. You're going to hear Ben Affleck going, they can't do this to me, brother. What are they doing, Gawker? That sex tape was not, I did not consent to that, brother. Whew. Speaking of vocal cord strain, Jesus Christ. That was my Hulk Hogan impression. You're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely. All right. Moving along. Let's see what else we got here. Oh. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. So Scott McClellan's a nutcase. I don't know if you know this, but Scott, you know Scott. Obviously, my co-host for DC Fan-imated. He puts in the work when it comes to mapping out which episodes we're going to be talking about. And it was easy at first because we just started off with Batman the Animated Series, and it was just like, okay, we're going to go in production order. Simple, straight to the point. Okay. And then, of course, we started doing Superman, and then it was like, oh, wait a minute. Now we got Superman and then the new Batman Adventures. They were like showing up at the same time. So now we're going to jump because we're trying to go chronologically. But then as we get further along in DC Fan-imated, the animated world starts having a bunch of things. So Scott right here, he said, I'm a crazy son of a bitch, but I've done it. The official DC Fan-imated DCAU viewing order is complete. This includes all remaining episodes of BTAS, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Static Shock, The Zeta Project, Justice League Unlimited, and connected animated films. So he spent the time yesterday of like mapping all that out. Scott, you're a crazy person. You're an absolute crazy person. So, But yeah, obviously appreciate him. And he's doing all that. Putting in that work, man. Putting in that work. So get on scat. Get on scat. And then there's this, guys. So obviously we got the DCU Batman world that has yet been cast, and it's going to be cast, and there's going to be a whole different Bat universe out there that's going to be very much expanded, especially with the Bat family and everything. But when it comes to Joker, everybody always, there's a lot of people that fan cast, Bill Skarsgård as Joker, and various other people. Willem Dafoe has always been fan cast as Joker, even though he was up for the running at one point when it came to Batman '89, way back, back in the day. But when it comes to yet another Joker that would be coming out, obviously, I don't know why Bill Skarsgård's always in there, and obviously it's because he played Pennywise, and it's like, okay, but that's too obvious. But there's an actor that I did not think about until I got tagged into this poll right here. I went, what? Walter Goggins, which won this small little poll right here. But I went, wow, never even considered a Walter Goggins Joker. Huh. I like Walter Goggins. I don't know what his laugh would be like, but he's got a big smile, big teeth. Not too shabby. And I went, you know what? That's not too... When I saw that, I went, that's not too bad right there. I kind of like that. It's different. It's interesting. Probably won't happen, but I just thought, in some universe, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. And then people started going like, well, what about him being Victor Zsasz? And I was like, that works too. And then I think it was Seek that said like, what did he say that he wanted him to be? There's people that said, Axel said Jack from Jupiter. Harvey Dent. People said Harvey Dent. And, wow, God, what did he, let's see. Totally blanking on, damn, I can't even remember who he said too. And I'm totally blanking on the name right now. Totally blanking. Anyways, yeah, so there's people that were just mentioning that. Jonah Hex, that's what it was. I just could not pull that name out of my head right now. I was like, I could see it. Yeah, somebody, Seek, it was Seek that said that. He said Jonah Hex. I was like, that'd be a good choice too. That'd be a pretty good choice too. And everything, so cool. Oh, we got some more Zack Snyder stuff. You want a little bit of insight on the Snyderverse, the DC Snyderverse when it came to Robin? Well, we got Mr. Adrian right here, who I talked to on Saturday. He talked to Zack, and I love this because Zack is holding a beer. He went up and talked to Zack and had, of course, the camera up and asked him a little something about Zack Snyder's Robin.
I've got a question. So, for Robin, the way we see him in VBS and all, the suit where it's burnt up and whatnot, and obviously like this iconic joke's on you, is his suit green? Does he have a mixture between green, red, and the iconic, Dick Grayson Robin suit, or just
it was yellow. It wasn't green. I think the green came from the overspray of the graffiti,
right,
from
Joker. And did he have like a black and a red and black, like Tim Drake? Red, black, and yellow, like Tim Drake, right? Your take, obviously, since it was Dick Grayson and not Jason Todd, he was supposed to be the same fate as Jason Todd, warehouse and all, or was there something else?
There is something else.
Oh boy. May I have I've got
There's something else. What was that something else? It's interesting. But, it's cool. Like, that's a different question. It's a question that hasn't been asked a million times. So I was like, okay, I appreciate that. A little bit of a Robin question, asking what the actual costume was supposed to look like and everything. And I mean, obviously there was going to be a whole thing when it came to Justice League 2 and the fact that in the Nightmare world they were going to be discussing Joker and Batman. We're going to be discussing the death of Robin. And that was going to be very much a big story point when it came to that. So, interesting. Hopefully one day we see it in like a comic book or an animated film. I don't know. Something. But I thought that was kind of cool. Sorry, just writing down something here. All right. And now we got Frank Grillo, and Frank Grillo is just well, I mean, he's gonna tell us something right here that we already know, that John Cena is kind of a saint, kind of a really nice guy, really generally just a freaking nice dude. So here's Frank Grillo talking about obviously they're filming Peacemaker season 2.
Oh hey, happy Monday. It's happy for me because I'm here on the set of Peacemaker season 2, which is surreal because I was just on Tulsa King, and it's exciting to be on a new show with great people and the great John Cena, who's a complete gentleman who I bumped into having dinner the other night, and when I went to pay my bill, it had been taken care of by Mr. Cena, who is a true gentleman and a good soul. So, anyway, stay tuned for more on Peacemaker season 2.
He paid the bill. He just paid the bill. And this is like before that they got on the set of Peacemaker. But it's like, oh, there's the guy I'm going to be co-starring with in Peacemaker season 2. Let me get his bill. And John Cena just, I got it. Got your bill. What a nice guy. I mean, not only does the guy do so many Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, like constantly doing that, he's also just randomly like, that's Frank Grillo right there. That's gonna be somebody I'm gonna be working with. I'm gonna get his bill. So yeah, John Cena, a saint, total saint. And then David Lynch. Good old David Lynch right here. So it was reported that David Lynch was actually going to... Sadly, David Lynch has emphysema. And he can't direct in person anymore. He has down because COVID and all that's out there. So he's not going to be able to do it. But like, hey, what the fuck? Trades and everything like that. It's not what's happening. So here's David Lynch right here. And I do love tobacco. The smell of it is emphysema. Smoking. I am filled with this, and I will never care. I want you all to know that I appreciate your concern. Love, David. So no retirement for David Lynch right there. So that's good. That's good. And I love the fact that he just came out and said, you know what? Nope. Don't listen to them. Please do not listen to them. And yes, we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine and everything, all the behind the scenes stuff. But Wesley Snipes. Returning to Deadpool and Wolverine, not only was it just great to see and fantastic, and we all loved his appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine, but his appearance set not one, but 2 Guinness Book World Records. Guinness Book World Records announced this week that Wesley Snipes took 2 titles when he reprised his role as Blade in his recent Deadpool and Wolverine cameo. With his return coming nearly 26 years after first playing the half-vampire Daywalker, Snipes beats out Hugh Jackman for longest career as a live-action Marvel character, and with more than 19 years since his last appearance in Blade Trinity, Snipes Also claims longest gap between character appearances in Marvel films. Okay. I mean, those are things. I didn't realize. That's crazy. The Guinness Book of World Records has very distinct things right there. But hey, congratulations to Wesley Snipes for nailing that. But it is kind of crazy when he beats out Hugh Jackman. But it's like, well, but Hugh Jackman's been in how many movies? Yeah. So we can look at it like that. I mean, Hugh Jackman's been in more movies, naturally. But longest, Hugh Jackman's just fucking ice skating uphill, isn't he? Anyways. This art right here is pretty cool. I hope Ryan Reynolds sees this art right here. This art is freaking awesome because if you guys know, obviously Lady Deadpool was his wife, Blake Lively, and his 2 kids were also Deadpools in the movie. So I think it was one of the baby poles, and then of course the kid pole and everything. So yeah, family affair right there. That's awesome art. That is beautiful art right there, and then it's from Just Ralphie, who made that right there. Just beautiful freaking art. Gotta love stuff like that. And then back to Zack Snyder. A lot of Zack Snyder talk. But Zack Snyder, he did comment about something else that we saw recently, and that is, of course, Henry Cavill as Wolverine. Somebody asked him about it, so let's see what he had to say about that. On Deadpool's joke about Wolverine, he said, obviously we have the joke about, we'll treat you better than the studio down the street. Zack Snyder grinned on the actor being sidelined. Henry is an amazing Superman to me, so any coins left on the table are unfortunate. It would be great to have more Henry. So he gave a little smile because he got the joke. Of course he got the joke. And then, of course, was like, yeah, that's my Superman right there. That's the Superman I put on the big screen. Hopefully still talks to Henry Cavill. I wonder if he'll ever contact him about this appearance of Henry Cavill as Wolverine. But I love the fact that he said it would be great to have more Henry Cavill, which kind of makes you wonder too. It's like a lot of people are going, what if he actually takes over as Wolverine? Probably not going to happen. But, I mean, he definitely looks pretty damn badass. But I just love the fact that Zack was like, he hadn't seen it yet, too. Part of the interview, he hadn't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. But totally appreciating Henry Cavill. And you just love to see that stuff. You just love to see that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and start diving into these topics. And, obviously there's a lot of Deadpool and Wolverine that we're going to be talking about. All right, the first thing we're going to be talking about when it comes to, obviously, I mean, if you haven't seen the movie by now, I mean, this is going to be obviously spoilers like crazy. There's spoilers everywhere. They're not giving a shit. They're posting everything. But the first thing we're going to be talking about is Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. And he talks about returning as Johnny Storm after 17 years from playing the character, and it's pretty crazy that to think about. It's like, god damn, just thinking about the timelines of these movies. But first off, we have right here, he did post an image. He posted this image right here. So here's the image behind the scenes, Deadpool and Wolverine, and there is, of course, Chris Evans right there wearing the Fantastic Four costume, which I do love the fact that he's wearing like the cargo type pants with the boots, with the I guess you say the shirt, the Fantastic Four shirt. Looks pretty badass. But yeah, there was like this article. The post basically says right here, thank you to Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Shawn Levy for letting me be a part of such an incredible movie. Of course, talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. They're 3 of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Special thank you to Ryan for making it all happen. Playing Johnny again was a dream come true, and he'll always have a special place in my heart. Yeah, especially since we saw his heart, and, everything under his skin. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome fates that Johnny Storm had in that movie, but also great stuff too. And then, of course, there was another mention too during another interview where, obviously he has the post-credit scene where he just goes off on Cassandra Nova, goes off on her, which is, of course, the reason why we see the fate that he sees. But they asked too, because he's all, yeah, your whole little rant about the villain, about Cassandra Nova, how did that go? And Chris Evans also said that, yeah, they Ryan and everybody asked, like, do I need cue cards to like go over all that? And Chris Evans is like, no, since I normally don't have the opportunity to go off on such a rant with F-bombs and everything like that, I'm gonna memorize the entire rant. So he no cue cards, just ranted off and did all that and everything. So that was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny rant at the end and how they pulled all that off. But anyways, all right, so more behind the scenes things. Well, let's first start off before we go down the rabbit hole of Ryan Reynolds and what he's been posting. Let's see something that Jennifer Garner posted when it came to, well, her returning as Elektra. So here's this video right here, and brace yourselves, folks. This is hot. But she hasn't lost a step. Still knows how to twirl those size. Look at the costume. Look at everything. She hasn't aged a day. She's like fine wine right there. Look at that. She still got it, folks. Still got it. Gotta love that. So that was one thing behind the scenes. All right, let's go diving down some of these Twitter handles and all the stuff that Ryan and everybody's been posting. Let's see, where are we going to start right here? Let's see, where are we starting? Okay, we'll start right here. I know why Thor was crying. I can't unknow it. And even Chris Hemsworth posted this too. But yes, he posted this image. Obviously, not holding on to Chris Hemsworth. That's not Chris Hemsworth right there. They kind of just put him into the whole thing. So you had that. So that was cool. And let's see, he did a thank you to Ray Chan, that Marvel Studios did, who's like kind of like the designer, special designer of all that stuff. And let's see what else we have. Okay, so here we go right here. Only co-star I argue with, most people think Kidpool is the dirtiest, but she's also pretty good at backtalk and never talking out the trash. So obviously that's one of his daughters right there. That is Kidpool. Pretty sweet. And then of course posting some reactions to things and posting other people's things and everything. Let's see what else we got. We got this right here. Boop. We got a shot of Hugh Jackman with dog pull right there, doggy pull. Saying that, oh yeah, he looks like he's more of a cat person. It's a good shot of Hugh. It's a good shot of Hugh. He's also got this shot right here. This is before they shot the announcement. Before the announcement. This was for the announcement of Deadpool and Wolverine right here. So they're very excited, of course. You can see the excitement on their faces, about to shoot that little promo. That's pretty sweet. I love this. I absolutely love this right here because, I mean, a lot of people are kind of just, some people are still upset the fact of what they did with the corpse of Logan from Logan. And, to the point of like, yeah, just relax. I mean, yeah, that's still, no matter what, when it comes to Logan, when it comes to the end of Logan, anytime I watch that movie, that is still going to be probably Hugh Jackman's best performance as the character. It still is, in my opinion, definitely still is. And it's still very much a great send-off of what came before. And yeah, of course, when it's Deadpool, they're going to be making fun of it, but I love this right here. The complete body transformation of Hugh Jackman was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Of course, showing that right there, and then showing this shot of Hugh Jackman right here. Which, I'm not going to lie, this pose right here is very awkward looking. I don't know why. It just looks weird to me. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why he's like standing like that. I mean, I get he's looking pretty jacked and ripped and everything, but it's just like, the pose is just awkward. It almost looks photoshopped. Almost looks a little photoshopped. I mean, yeah, it looks great. He was like 54 right there. But, obviously probably hadn't had a drink of water in 48 days. Probably hadn't had much food either. Getting that, sucked in. Every little ripple coming out. But it was just a funny tweet. That's a funny tweet right there. But he definitely, he does look like an action figure right there. It's like an action figure pose. And it's just like, maybe that's what they were going for, I guess. But here's Hugh showing off those abs. And then, of course, let's see, we also got this right here. Posting this. I don't know if this is like a copyrighted thing right here, but yeah. Basically showing this video right here. I'm not sure the music. Yeah, probably something. But it's pretty cool. But they post this video right here. Basically thanking the fans. It's a cool little video. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but it's just basically showing everything. Piano playing by itself. Of course, from 2. And then this was what's his, oh Jesus Christ, I hate it when my freaking mind goes blank. I can't, you know this right here, right? I mean, this is an obvious joke. My brain is not working right now. Somebody who's the actor? I just totally drawn a blank. I hate it when that happens. Fuck. But you know who talk. It's been notorious where he never learns his lines. So they made this joke right here, and so they of course shot the video. Had the behind the scenes right here.
I'm the best service at what I do. You got it. Go ahead. The best service at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice.
Cut, you got it. Yeah, great. Got it? That's great. Well, Brando is kind of an innovator.
That's right, Marlon Brando. My God, my brain, I swear, sometimes.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's just, obviously a bit, not for real. It's just good stuff right there. And then, of course, Wesley. When we had that interview with him about getting the call from Ryan Reynolds, or getting the text message at first, and then Wesley Snipes didn't think he was actually going to be able to pull it off and bring him back as Blade, especially when it came to the Mahershala Ali version that we're still waiting for something to happen when it comes to that 5 years later. But, there's always the joke, but there's always like the rumor, and it seemed like it was pretty legit, that Wesley Snipes wasn't too fond of Ryan Reynolds. Put up in Deadpool Wolverine, it made me jump for joy, and I couldn't believe that happened. Here's some images right here from behind the scenes, taking some selfies. Wesley Snipes and Ryan right there, having fun. And then, of course, there's Shawn Levy right there doing the scene. And then look at that badass right there. Look at that badass. I wouldn't be surprised. I just would not be surprised. With all the madness that's happening with the Blade movie, it's like, maybe we should just bring back Wesley Snipes. Guy still has it. Guy could still rock it. I love the fact that they added that little gray in his facial hair, little spot in his hair. It's just so good. And then, of course, the line of saying, you motherfuckers are still trying to skate uphill. Yeah. Just good stuff. And then, of course, we got to talk about Gambit. And again, guys, I want more Channing Tatum Gambit. Chambit. Let's get some more Chambit, all right? I even say, hashtag make the Chambit movie. Probably won't happen, but hey, maybe it'll be incorporated into some other movie when it comes to Marvel Studios, or if there's another Deadpool movie where you can have, hey, Deadpool, Gambit, Wolverine, you can have a trio this time throughout. But then we got Ryan Reynolds posting this right here. Gambit is a guy, his story is similar. He spent the most comic accurate version of Gambit on the big screen. Remy LeBeau is grafted to his soul and needs to come out and deal. And Gambit found his author in Chan. He's one of the coolest, smartest characters in comics and still largely unexplored. I want more. And from what I saw in theaters, you do too. Having the chance to say goodbye to some of these heroes is as important as having new characters root for, and rooting for Gambit is easy. Rooting for Chen is even easier. He's one of the greatest, hardest working, kindest people in the entire industry. I couldn't be more thrilled to see Channing Tatum pull Gambit from the dead and bring him to life at the perfect time in the perfect way. And then, of course, we have full-on, crystal clear. I mean, the costume is the shit, man. They went full costume is just legit, just beautiful looking. That's a cool right there. We got him, of course, holding. There's a shot right here. And then, of course, them 9 years ago at Comic-Con. Chef's kiss. I mean, yeah, he was kind of made into a joke. They had to do that. But they could do something with the character to put him in a more serious note. No, might not happen, but you never know. We got Secret Wars still a thing. So, there's that. Pretty cool stuff. And then Ryan talks about Jennifer Gardner coming back as Elektra, giving praise to her. This Jen Garner person, she was a black belt in kindness, but has insider and unblinking hurricane of vengeance. I've worked with Jen twice now. She brings a completely different scope of skills to each movie, but can't hide one detail. I don't care how talented someone is, you can't hide humanity. She's not only one of my favorite performers, she's one of my favorite people. I love her, and I will now and always owe her 1-5. What a baller. Beautiful. Like I said, she's a fine wine. Showing off those skills. Good costume, everything's good. There's that smile. Capital One. Sorry, that's just her commercials that she's in. Every time I see her, I just think about Capital One. But yeah, so we have that. Posted. So we got some things. The other two. Well, let's go to Shawn Levy now. Hugh Jackman didn't post all that much, so I might not dive down that, but see that. Yeah, Shawn. Let's see. Where are we gonna start off when it comes to Shawn Levy? All right, let's just start off. Well, we got some of this right here. Obviously, some behind the scenes. That's a cool shot right there. Black and white, love that. And then, of course, them discussing some things, and then him laughing at something that was happening on the monitor right there. And then, of course, Rob Simonson, who did the score, and that's cool. And then, of course, tweeting out some other things. He did have this image for Hugh Jackman right here, so we already saw the other image of him in doggy pole, and now we got one with a middle finger, because why not? We need one with a middle finger. Oh, look at that. We got we actually have the cowl right there, the Wolverine cowl. Some said it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work live action, and it does work. I think it works for a short burst, but again, everybody keeps on commenting, do the white eyes actually work on the cowl? They do in a sense. But everybody, I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about the white eyes. All right, if they could do it here, they could do it for Batman. And Batman's a little bit of a different situation when it comes to the white eyes. I don't know. It's just a bit more emotion. Eyes. He's wearing, he's just going berserker mode. This right here. And everybody is kind of posing. Pretty shot right here. I mean, oh God, who knew this was going to end up happening? I mean, maybe some people, but yeah, pretty freaking crazy to see this right here. To see Wolverine, Blade, Gambit, X-23, Elektra, and Deadpool about to fight. That's why you cannot consider any of these roles cameos. They're not cameos because they were in a prior scene and then in this scene, kicking ass. So yeah, they should not be considered cameos. But it's a cool little hero shot. Gotta love that shot right there. It's just so freaking cool. I mean, just to see that when you the big screen and shit in the movie theater. Absolutely, but man, you gotta love that. Gotta love that. Am I glitching? Uh-oh. Am I glitching again? Tell me how I'm doing. Let's see. So it wasn't just me? Okay. Am I glitching again? Oh boy. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm good. I mean, I done on my end right here. Am I gone? Uh-oh. Did it? Okay, we're good. We're good? All right. All right, so it looks like we're good. Maybe not. Oh, boy. Everything looks good on my end, but not sure what's going on here. Uh-oh. Glitchy, glitchy. Gotta love it. Not at the moment, so we're good now? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to look at the playback. The playback's looking still a little glitchy, but then again, I don't think it's updated fully. I don't think okay. I don't know. It's okay. You know, even the playback is like working for me right now. I don't know. What the hell? Not even the... Why can't it catch up to the live? This might be a YouTube thing this time. This might be actually a YouTube thing. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Turn that off. I can't even tell if it's like working or not. YouTube, I think this is a YouTube thing this time. All right. Is it finally working? I think it's finally working. Okay, I think we're good now, right? No, we're not. It's still glitchy. Ah, Jesus Christ. Everything was going so well. It was going so well. Or not. Shit. Come on. Off for good on that. Jesus Christ. It looks fine on my end. What the hell? Come on. Come on. Yep, it's just not working, is it? It's not even glitching on my thing right here. It's just glitching on YouTube side. What the hell? Damn it. I'm trying, folks. Let's see, how's it look on... Could just be the output, I guess. Could just be the output. I don't know. Could just be the output. I don't know. Is it working now? Are we good? Is it cleared up? I don't know. Ah, it fucking ended. You gotta be kidding me with this. Did it end? What the hell's going on here? I can't tell if it... Okay, wait. Are we good? We're having some difficulties right here. I'm trying to wait. Okay, I think we're good now. Are we good now? Because for a minute there, it looked like... All right. I think we're good now. It's looking like it's playing back well now. Okay. Jesus. Yikes. That was a weird one because last week when it happened, I was seeing glitches on my end. This time I'm just seeing it on YouTube's end. It's weird. So, all right. Okay, so it looks like it's good now. Looks like it's good now. All right. All right, I think we're good. I think we're gravy pants right now. Okay. Hopefully it stays. Hopefully it stays. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up a little with this first topic up a little bit. We're all good now. Okay, let's go through this article right here. Wait. So we have this article right here that was from Variety. It says Shawn Levy unpacks Deadpool and Wolverine cameos and spoilers, Channing Tatum's Gambit, Jennifer Garner's Ben Affleck divorce joke, and Henry Cavill's Wolverine and more. So first off, let's talk about how did the team pitch Wesley Snipes on returning as Blade. Wesley Snipes' return as Blade was a very early idea of Ryan's. We wanted to explore themes of legacy, characters, and their endings, and Ryan said Blade never really got that moment, and I think people don't even realize how much they miss Wesley Snipes as Blade until they see him. Let's give that feeling. So Ryan reached out to Wesley, and of course we heard about all of that. Where did Wesley's line, there's only been one Blade, there will only ever be one Blade? That was a scripted line, and Wesley thought it was hysterical. We tried a bunch of reactions from Deadpool, but ultimately went with the eyebrows raised, Deadpool fourth wall breaking look. What went into crafting Channing Tatum's Gambit? I'm obsessed with Channing as Gambit in this movie. What went into this, first and foremost, is a decade of Channing wanting to play this part, and a decade of Channing... I just, too many freaking... I gotta get an ad blocker when I'm doing this. A decade of Channing wanting to play for Fox. I know this personally because back in those years, I was one of the 25 different directors who met with Channing about directing the Fox Gambit movie, and yet it never quite happened. So when we decided to have Gambit in this movie, we knew it would be deeply gratifying for Channing. So Shawn Levy was actually going to be part of doing that. We had scripted a lot of those borderline nonsensical lines. We wrote them into the screenplay, but then Channing added a lot of the Cajun and French flavor. To this day, there are some things he says, like when he sees Hugh drinking his liquor and he throws a charged up card his way, he says something that sounds like Chuanza, where I don't fucking know the words when Deadpool kept saying, that's not a word. Who is your dialect coach? The Minions? That was very much all of us on set. We absolutely loved it. So then here we go when it comes to Henry Cavill saying yes to his appearance as the Wolverine variant. If we're going to talk about him, we must call him by his actual credited name, Cavalrine, which Ryan coined. I knew it was undeniable as soon as Ryan came up with the term. He said yes right away because he knew it would be submersive and playful. It was also with a lot of affection for him and his body of work, and playing with his legacy as a DC hero. Now he's appearing as a variant of a Marvel hero. So you gotta love that part when it comes to Cavill. And one thing about Henry Cavill that we must not also leave out when it comes to all of this reveal and this whole thing, when it comes to behind the scenes and everything, we got Cavill actually posting a very cool shot, clear shot of him with a cigar and looking badass as Wolverine. And Henry Cavill, of course, said, to be safe, I shaved the mustache off for this one. Just the mustache. Did the stream end? The stream ended? No, it didn't. Did it end? Oh, it's not live anymore. What are we doing here? Jeez, is this still messing up? Jesus Christ. I'm just having all kinds of fun today. I think this is like a YouTube thing because I am not seeing it on this side. Okay, jeez. All right, we're still good. Did you guys see the Cavill post? All right. Did you guys see the Cavill post and everything? All right. Jesus. I don't know. Somebody said, Dave, the stream ended. I was like, what? All right. Okay, you guys all saw that? All right. It's fine. Yes. Yeah. It's weird because I'm not seeing any kind of thing happening right over here, so it's interesting. Anyways. I wonder what's going on with this when it comes to, I don't know. But yeah, so obviously that's what I was showing right there, just in case you didn't see it. Where you said to be safe, and I shaved the mustache off for this one. Okay, so that was the last thing, so hopefully. All right, so there's that. All right, so that's pretty much, let's end that part at least when it comes to things. So hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it should be good. Okay, it's not laggy right now. You're not laggy or anything like 5 minutes ago. All good. Okay. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, guys. The stream ended for me, but then it resumed. Okay. All right. You've been getting weird ad breaks during the stream? See, it's a YouTube thing. This is a YouTube thing that's happening this time. For once, it's not my stupid computer. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the second topic. That's all the mayhem when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm sure there's going to be more that they're going to be posting. So it was just cool to see all that stuff. Anyways. All right, let's talk about the Ayer cut and David Ayer. Okay, so naturally it's been 8 years. 8 years to the day, I guess you could say, when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. When it comes to his Suicide Squad, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, and yeah, he's been basically just kind of posting some things today. Posting some things, and it was kind of interesting because the first thing, well, one of the first things that David Ayer posted, this was actually like a few days ago. He was like, oh, hey, I can't believe it's been actually 8 years. And he did, of course, post about his cut and said something. Obviously, a lot of fans were posting the hashtag, release the Ayer cut, and just basically saying like, yep, hey, it's been, obviously, there was going to be a campaign that was going to be happening today to celebrate the anniversary. But the first thing that David Ayer actually posted about was this right here. Uh-oh, now I'm having, yep, there we go. My cut was never tested. I was there. I know it was entirely reconceived. Pretty much a total redo of the edit, sadly. And that's when somebody said, bro, didn't your cut of the movie and the studio cut was tested, screened, and they didn't like both of them? Then, of course, you have some dickhead that's just like, bro. I love it when people do that. Anytime that I get like a response where people go, bro, or brah, I just go, shut the fuck up. I hate it when do that because it's so, ugh. I just hate that. I hate that so much when people go that, bro. But then, of course, we have David Ayer right here just kind of going, hey, I know I said I probably wasn't going to be talking about this too much anymore, but it is the anniversary, so, hey, guess what? I'm just going to tweet out the hashtag when it came to this right here, and then, of course, post this image. Now, obviously, the image is a little too crazy because when you see the bottom right there, because they're not just asking for the Ayer cut, they're asking for 2 more Justice League movies. But, those are that's a little far-fetched right there. But at least when it comes to the Ayer cut, hey, that could actually happen. But he did tweet the hashtag. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Not too shabby. Posted an image of Margot Robbie Harley Quinn right here. Behind the scenes with Karen, Margot, and Joel. And then posted this shot right here of the ending. which of course has which has Diablo in it because he did not actually die. But yeah, this is a shot from probably the cut that he has, and then yeah, all right there, waiting for us to see it. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, so I don't know. He just had a, he had something kind of just go like, all right, why not? And he's been retweeting stuff, but that's pretty much it when it comes to David Ayer. But I mean, one of the things I was thinking about today when it comes to the Ayer cut, and I know some people, I mean, there's a fucking moron who keeps on showing up in my mentions that are just completely losing his shit and having meltdowns about the whole thing because he's, hey, I'm gonna move on, we got the DCU and stuff like that. It's just like this dude just keeps on showing up. It's kind of crazy, like when you have just people that just do that. I don't understand, like, what's the mindset? I just kind of go like, what's on the other side of this Twitter handle and the keyboard and everything? What is going on over there? Probably not something great, because losing your shit over a hashtag, just let the fans have it. It's not the one thing that keeps getting brought up and what it keeps getting talked about, especially even when it comes to like Peacemaker. Oh, the general audience is going to be confused. There are like people within like fandom that just think people are just dumb and just like everything's confusing and that's confusing and this is confusing. I don't know. I was just kind of going, it would be kind of cool if they did release the Ayer cut. I mean, it's not going to happen because Warner Brothers, let's face it, they are just pinching every penny, and they don't have the money. Even if it's only going to be $6 or $7 million, they're not going to just have enough money for all that, sadly. But maybe years down the road. But I mean, at the same time, it's like it would have been kind of cool to like if you could officially close the book on the DCEU with the Ayer cut. I thought that would be kind of cool if that was like the official, like, this is it. We'll give, here's the Ayer cut. Put it on streaming. Throw some money at it. And just officially close the book before we open up the book for the DCU. I don't know. I always thought like that would be kind of cool if that actually happened, but it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. Maybe down the line, maybe with the 10-year anniversary, they might do something. Who knows? But yeah, David Ayer is just having fun, at least when it comes to that. So there you go. Dave's Extreme works if you need it. So yeah, see what Russ said right there? Apparently the stream on Twitter is working a lot better. I think it's a YouTube thing that's happening. Anyways, that was happening at least with that. But yeah, and then what RJ said, 2026 would actually be kind of cool if the 10-year anniversary, hey, here's the Ayer cut. That would be kind of sweet, but who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Sure, but there's nothing wrong with like going, hey, why not? All right. Hopefully YouTube is like doing good now, but yeah, apparently everything else was, when it was streaming on the other two things, it's doing just fine. Anyways, let's talk about the box office and Deadpool Wolverine almost at $1 billion, getting close. Probably by next weekend, we're going to see that movie is going to be $1 billion, but it is now officially Deadpool and Wolverine is the most successful R-rated movie at the domestic box office. $96.8 million over the weekend with only a 54.2% drop from last weekend. And it currently sits at 395.4 domestic, which now takes the title of R-ratedness, 428.8 international, and of course we have 824.2 worldwide. Not too shabby. Twisters right now, of course, is sitting at 274.8. It really has not seen a profit yet, even though everybody was thinking that it was going to, but apparently not. Apparently, it still has not really reached that profit yet. And then, of course, we had Trap that came out this weekend, and not too bad for a small movie, a small little thriller movie from M. Night Shyamalan. $20 million, essentially, right there. So that's cool. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, by next weekend, we'll have another we'll have our second $1 billion movie. Family movie, and then, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine, which can be a family movie if you are okay with, showing all what happens in that movie, for sure. But yeah, so there you go. Almost getting close to that $1 billion. You thought that Joker? I think Joker doesn't... Where's Joker at? I mean, I know Joker is overall... Let's see. When you put it up to Joker... Yeah, Joker domestically only made $335.5 million. Internationally, that's what took it over. It had 743.5. So that's why now Deadpool and Wolverine has the domestic record for that. Yeah, so there you go. So Joker made most of its nut internationally. Pretty crazy. All right, guys. All right, let's talk Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Director's Cuts. Hopefully you guys watched it over the weekend, or maybe you're waiting for it. I don't know. Like I said, I obviously went to the screenings over the weekend, had a pretty good adventure journey trying to get out there. I was almost late, guys, because naturally what happens when it comes to driving out to LA? Fucking traffic. Didn't think there was going to be that bad of getting out there. When I first looked it up in the morning, I thought, okay, I'll leave about 10:30, 10:45. It's going to be starting at 1 o'clock. I think I should be okay by leaving at that time. On a Saturday, it probably won't be that bad, but, of course, what am I thinking? I was being optimistic because that's what I do. I try to be optimistic, but of course, that didn't happen. So I had to get gas, which I was like, shit, forgot I had to get gas. So I got gas, got on the road. And then, of course, there was a part where the freeway just almost shut completely down. Where, that's just what happens just randomly. There was like an accident. They were doing work on the freeway. I had to cut across a couple of lanes to get onto the other freeway, Anyways, took me over 2 hours to get to LA, of course. And then, of course, I had to deal with a parking situation and a douchebag who was handling the parking situation, who frustrated me. I ranted off completely. If you subscribe to the Patreon, I went off last night. I had a fun little Patreon pod all about it. I'm not going to go into full detail here. Anyways, got there as Debbie and Zack were wrapping up the intro when it came to all this. But anyway, so go watch the movies, and I will say, obviously we talked about it. We're going to talk about it more when it comes to Rebel Moon. But I get this whole experiment when it comes to what Netflix did, and even seeing some of the reactions. I've seen some people turn and be like, "Wow, this is way better," and I've seen some reviews that are way better. I saw one specifically that shat on, and actually he quote tweeted his review when it came to December when he first saw the first part, and he was like, "This is a chopped up shitty movie, what the hell are they doing?" And yes, obviously it's loads better, but the fact of the matter is Netflix really just didn't market the director's cuts really at all. I don't know what the fuck they were actually thinking about. I mean, one of the things, when it comes to this whole Snyder cut of Rebel Moon, the Snyder cuts of Rebel Moon, first off, it's hard to capture that lightning in a bottle again, because that was such an organic thing, and that was just fans going, hey, we know there's a bigger movie out there. And then, of course, Zack posting images and doing that whole thing, and just, there was no way you were going to capture that lightning in a bottle. I understand why they did it, and I understand, even when Zack was selling it all around and saying, if I didn't, and I get that if he was going to make his crazy R-rated version, he needed to make a PG-13 version. But, and I kept on saying, hey, let's just see what happens. But it just seems like not even Netflix was really pushing for these cuts. There just really was not a big push for them, even though they are significantly better. I've watched them twice now. I watched them over the weekend. I reactivated my Netflix and I had them on, and I just found myself going, Jesus Christ. Some of these action sequences are absolutely insane. The color grading makes it feel more cinematic. The score is better. There's added things to the score. Yes, there is an awkward sex scene right at the beginning, which that was fun to watch with 300 other people, and just sitting there, and it's wow, they just keep on fucking. They just keep on fucking. It's not stopping. Yeah, there's some things that could have still been cut down. But don't watch it with your parents. Very awkward first chapter sex scene. Second one, not so bad. But yeah. So, but I've seen a lot of people's reactions and a lot of the shots out there. There's a beauty for it. But yeah, I think the experiment that Netflix that they were trying to do when it came to capturing the Snyder Cut thing, definitely didn't work. It definitely did not work. But for the most part, what I just ask anybody who's a Zack Snyder fan is give it a chance, give it a shot, watch it. Okay, now let's stop talking about I just ask this. Let's stop talking about the way that they rolled all this out. Okay, now it's already been done. It's out there. It's done. Yes. Did it work? No. It was stupid. And then, of course, when Netflix didn't really push the director's cuts as big as they pushed the PG-13 cuts. But now that they're out there, just watch the R-rated cuts and just take it in. Sure, it might not move the needle for you, but just watch it, see what happens. I was losing hype for Rebel Moon. And you guys probably noticed it too, just even talking about it. I was just kind of like, I was kind of losing it to the point where I was even thinking about not even going to the screenings. There was a part of me that was like, do I really want to drive out and spend the whole day like watching this when I can just watch it at home and I'm not even that hype and blah, 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 blah. You know, there's part of me that even thought that, but I went, no, I want to get out there and maybe, you know, and interact with people and stuff like that. It ended up being a fun time. And thank you to all the fans that came up and talked to me and said some kind words. That was great. It was great talking to some people out there. But yes. But now, after watching both of them twice, I'm going, now I'm hyped again. Now I want more again. And I'm like, wow, it reinvigorated me because back in December, I was super hyped. And then I just started losing the hype just because, yeah, you watch the first two parts and you go, yeah, there's shit missing. It's noticeable that shit's missing. And now it's all there. And now you go, oh yeah, everything's way more fleshed out. Now, does it feel like a completely different movie? No. It still feels like the same movie. It's just everything's fleshed out. That's the thing. And you get to understand more of the mythology and everything. And can't wait to talk about it more and go into more detail. But that's what moving forward, let's just talk about the movie itself and the story itself and the lore itself. Yes. The experiment of trying to recapture the Snyder Cut thing didn't quite work. But then at the same time, Zack wouldn't have been able to make this movie, the actual movies, if he didn't do those PG-13 cuts. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say when it came to that. This stupid. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to hit that. Hold on. No, go away. Don't even... Why are you making that noise? Okay. Okay, we're good. Well, maybe not. See, now I got this thing glitching, and now... so that noise is probably going to show up again. Anyways. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to... No, don't hit that. Yeah, now my Stream Deck's not working. Yeah, that shit's not working. Oh, well, let's just get to the questions. See what happens. All right. Let's get to some Twitter questions right here. All right, we got Eric. Let's see. Hey, Dave. Ayer resuming his reflections on his cut really makes me wonder if he knows something we don't. Gunn said when making the Suicide Squad that he would love to see it released. So does Ayer's sudden have new energy about the issue imply or talking about it? Nah, I doubt that because like I said, Warner Brothers just doesn't have the money right now. So I highly doubt that that's the case. I think he's just reflecting on the fact that it's been 8 years since it came out. Cooper Knox, taking my time with part 1 of Rebel Moon Director's Cut, and so far it's a 9 out of 10 for me, as the PG-13 cut was a 7 out of 10. So there you go. Devon Wooter. Hey, Dave, I just watched Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2 Director's Cuts. Damn, those movies with so crazy. You have a favorite scenes? Well, I like that one shot of the, a lot of the flashback scenes are really, I don't know. There's just so many, God, everything just pops more. But the fact that Jimmy has more fleshed out, that's like the best. Do you think Deadpool Wolverine will pass the Joker and Avengers box office? And Superman trailer, do you think they're coming in December? It could be coming in December. Deadpool and Wolverine is definitely going to be passing the Joker, I think, but probably not the Avengers. Darkness Under the Wind, Dave, question 1. How would you feel if we get a 6-episode show on Doctor Doom about him mastering sorcery and getting a one-time power-draining ability where he uses it in Avengers Doomsday against the Beyonder, becoming the ruler of the multiverse, setting up Secret Wars? Wow, that actually sounds pretty cool and pretty intense. I would be down for that. I don't think that's what they're doing, but hey. Question 2. Once Matt Reeves is finished with the Batman universe with the Batman Part 3, do you see him staying to write and direct projects in the DCU since his Arkham show was changed to taking place in that universe? I mean, there's always a possibility, unless he just wants to go off and do something original. Could be. Could be. And then finally, Mr. Nobody. Hey, Dave, where do you think the Deadpool franchise is going after the Deadpool Wolverine film? I mean, obviously Secret Wars, but I just really hope that they do, I don't know, they do something else. But then, and then at the same time, they might not do anything else. Who knows? I don't know. It's weird because it's like, how do you capture this kind of stuff again? And like I said, it'd be kind of awesome to, and Deadpool could help introduce the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Could be something like that. More solo films or team-ups. Well, I mean, you couldn't. It's got to. There would have to be another Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I said, just do Deadpool, Wolverine, and Gambit. Maybe they can somehow bring in the mutant. I don't know. Maybe an appearance in Loki season 3 or the next Avengers films. I mean, yeah, they're definitely going to be in Secret Wars. They're definitely. There it is. I knew that was going to happen. Spoiler alert. There we go. We're good. But yeah, they're definitely going to be showing into in the next. Avengers films for sure, but when it comes to their solo stuff, I don't know about that. I don't know about another solo movie, but I hope there's going to be another solo movie. Like I said, just let's get Gambit back in there. Let's get some Gambit. Oh, look at this. We got somebody who just sent me some edits right here. This is pretty cool when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. So we got a Blade one right there. Got Elektra. Updated. And then, of course, Gambit. That's pretty sweet. There you go. Some art right there. And that is from Navi X Edits. Navi X Edits. Gotta love that shit. So, all right, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for, even though I had some difficulties. But again, I don't think it was on my end. I think that was a YouTube thing. It was a definite YouTube thing, hopefully. Hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Like I said, you got all the social medias, the sock meds around me. And like I said, if you want to really hear about my journey and my weekend yesterday and me going off a little bit, subscribe to the Patreon. I have an exclusive, 35-minute pod on there where I talk about all that. So appreciate you guys spending some time with me, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for whatever we're going to talk about. I mean, it's not going to be much DCU news now that the Superman's wrapped, but, we'll still talk about things. We got some movies coming out this week, too. We'll go over some reviews and whatnot. So, all right, guys. Love you. Have a good rest of your Monday. Talk to you later.